Clash Royale is a really gay game.
Gay!
Every time I get into a match, I just get spammed by Evo Royal Recruits and Evo Mega Knights at the bridge. Sometimes, you just want to know how gay your opponent actually is. And in today's video, I'll be ranking every Clash Royale evolution based on how gay they really are. So on the left hand side, you can see we got our tiers. We got very straight, which is 4 points. We got straight, which is 3 points. Bi, which is 2 points. Gay, which is 1 point. And very gay, which is -1 point. To see how gay you are, you're going to add up the points from both your Evos in your deck. And if you get 8 points, you're very straight. 5 to 7 points is straight. 4 points is bi. 2 to 3 points is gay. And 1 point or less is very gay. If you only have one Evo, just split it in half. So for example, very straight would only be 4 points. And if you run no Evos, congratulations, you are very straight. Alright, so starting off the list, we have skeletons. Now, skeletons are interesting. Back in the day, they used to be super overpowered, but nowadays, they don't really get too much value. If you run skeletons, you're very straight. Next on the list, Firecracker. If you run this card, you're dead to me, little bro. This card is gay. You literally just spam a Hog Rider at the bridge or something like that and then play a Firecracker behind it, and her range is so dang far that she just shoots your tower from across the bridge. How does she have more range than a princess, bruh? So yeah, if you use Firecracker, definitely gay. Next on the list, we have Barbarians. Now, Barbarians are interesting. All they do is really rage up once they attack, but it is 5 dudes. So I'm gonna have to put that as bi. The Royal Giant. That big, massive man right there. Now, it's pretty matchup based for Royal Giant. If you have a good matchup, he could be pretty gay. He could get a ton of value, but if the matchup's bad for you, then he tends to be pretty straight. So we're just gonna have to put him in bi. Evo Mortar. If you run this card, honestly, you have my respect. Evo Mortar is a pretty skilled card, if I'm being honest. You have to be pretty good at the game to play Mortar. You can't just spam your way to victory like a lot of other cards. You have to play passively, make smart decisions. So for that reason, Mortar is gonna be straight. Ooh, Knight. Okay. I don't even gotta say too much. Knight is very straight, although I might be a little gay for bro.
Say what?
I kid. Royal Recruits. If you run this card, you are dead to me. You have 0 skill, not an ounce of skill. Literally a 3-year-old with no arms that's blindfolded could play Royal Recruits and still win, bruh. This card is very gay. You cannot convince me otherwise. Next on the list, we got Evo Bats. Evo Bats hardly ever get any value. They're just kind of like there. They're really easy to take out. The only time they ever get value is if you don't have a spell in cycle. I don't think I need to say too much about Bats. They're pretty straight. Evo Archers. I'm not gonna lie, most of the time when I see archers in the back, I just instantly think of Expo, and Expo would be gay or very gay. But if you're not running it with Expo, it doesn't get too much value. It's pretty bi. Evo Ice Spirit. If you run this card, you are a Chad. Evo Ice Spirit is very straight. It gets a lot of value for 1 elixir, but you can't really complain about an Ice Spirit. It's a little white blob. I mean, what? Evo Valkyrie! If you use this card, you are dead to me. Your chair probably smells like pee and vinegar. I do not want to see you around me, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. This card gets way too much value. If you run regular Valk, honestly, you have my respect. But as soon as you put it into that Evo slot, all the respect is gone, bro. This card is very gay. It's crazy how you can build up a 20 elixir push, they smack an Evo Valk down, and it just tornadoes it all together and just shreds it to pieces. If you use this card, you are very gay. Next on the list, we got Evo Bomber. Not gonna lie, this card is low-key just a walking King Tower activation. It doesn't get that much value, and for that reason, this card is straight. Next on the list, we got Evo Wall Breakers. If you run this card, you most likely run a minor deck, which is honestly very straight. But the card itself, that's what we're rating. And Evo Wall Breakers, you can never defend them for a positive elixir trade. It's just not possible. And for that reason, they have to go gay. Next on the list, we got Evo Tesla. Now you may be thinking, this is a big, hard thing that pops up, which does sound gay. But if you think about it, Evo Tesla doesn't get that much value anymore. It's a really good Evo. I think it's pretty balanced. It has that shockwave gimmick that kills swarms, which I think is really cool. And for that reason, I'm gonna have to give the Evo Tesla straight. Now, Evo Zap. This one's interesting because it's kind of hard to rate, but it's able to kill firecrackers, which are gay. And for that reason, we have to put it in very straight. Next on this, we got Evo Battle Ram. If you run this card, you most likely play Bridge Spam, which is pretty gay, but the card itself doesn't get that much value. If you have the right counters for it, it's no problem. The only time it's gay is when it literally just plows right through a dude. But other than that, the card is pretty straight, but plowing through dudes, we're gonna have to give that bye. Next on the list, we got the Evo Goblin Barrel. If you run this card with Log Bait, you have my respect. Honestly, classic Log Bait takes skill. Yes, I said it, bro. Classic Log Bait takes skill. If you run this card with Hyper Bait, though, you're dead to me! Hyper Bait takes 0 skill, bro. All you do is spam elixir, spam, and you don't have enough elixir to stop it because it's just like, Dark Goblin here, Goblin Barrel here, boom, 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 boom. Like, it's so annoying, bruh. So, all in all, if you run Goblin Barrel in Hyper Bait, it's very gay. If you run it in Log Bait, it's pretty straight. So since they cancel out, I'm gonna have to put it in bye. Next on the list, we got Big Fat Green Goblin Giant. If you're still running this card, get with the times, bro. This card got nerfed to the ground. But just because of the fact that this card ruled metas for 6 months straight, it's going in very gay. I don't care what you say. The card might not be good anymore, but the peak that it had for the past 6 months just... it's not replaceable, bro. Next on the list, we got Evo Goblin Drill. Now, Evo Goblin Drill is definitely the very worst Evo in the game. If you run this Evo, it's low-key just hurting yourself. Literally, no pro runs the Evo Goblin Drill. They just stick to the regular Goblin Drill. Since it gets absolutely 0 value, we have to put this card in very straight. Next on the list, we got Evo Wizard. Now, this card is also a bottom tier evolution. I don't think it's good at all. Sometimes, though, it does get good value. Just because of how bad it is, and it gets, like, no value. If I see you running this card, I'm not going to care too much. I'm going to put the Wizard in straight. Next on the list, we got Evo Diddy Cage. This card literally grabs dudes, pulls them in, and then molests them. If that's not very gay, I don't know what is. Next on the list, we got Evo P.E.K.K.A. Now, when this card first came out, I absolutely hated it. It was busted. She healed way too much per hit, and then after dealing with my 20 elixir push, her health bar would be past the normal amount. But now Supercell was able to balance it out, and this card isn't too bad to deal with anymore, and for that reason, I'm gonna put the P.E.K.K.A. in straight. Mega Knight! If you use this card, you are gay! No, very gay! And to all the people saying, oh, you must be so no skill if you can't defend a Mega Knight in 2025. It's not the fact that you can't defend it, it's the fact that how gay it is! You can literally have a 20 elixir push full of dudes, and he'll drop right on top of all of them! Evo Mega Knight is by far the gayest card in this game. If I see you playing Evo Mega Knight next to me, bro, I am grabbing your phone and chucking it, bruh. I am not letting that slide. Next on the list, we got Evo Electro Dragon. Now, if you just run the regular Electro Dragon, honestly, not the end of the world, but the Evo is broken! This card is very gay. I absolutely despise that card. Its chaining ability gets way too much value. You can have like huge push, they place that down, and it just chains, and it chains, and it chains, and it does not stop, bruh. And not to mention that if you're running Evo E-Drag, you're probably playing Golem or E-Golem, which makes this even worse. So yeah, if I catch you running that card, bro, I'm not gonna be too happy. Just know, bruh, you disgust me. Next on the list, we got Evo Musketeer. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this card takes a lot of skill. I don't see this card in too many no-skill decks, and for that reason, I'm giving her very straight. Also, she's low-key a baddie! You know dang well if you were in a room alone with her, bro, it's getting crazy. And for that reason, she is straight. Next on the list, we got Evo Cannon. Evo Cannon's a pretty cool card. I like the concept of the barrage or whatever. The cannon, boom, 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 boom. There's not too much to say about Cannon. Cannon is straight. Next on the list, we got Evo Snowball. If you're running this card, you just want to see a white sticky substance hit a bunch of dudes. So for that reason, this card is gay. Next on the list, we got Dark Goblin. Now, Dark Goblin's not gay, but he's also not straight. Luckily, Supercell recently nerfed him, so he doesn't get as much value anymore. But this card used to be busted! But now, since he's pretty balanced out, he deserves bye. Next on the list, we got this freaking disgusting creature. Evo Lumberjack! If you run this card, you are very gay! No debate. The fact that this card just merely touches your tower with the rage spell, and then... it takes half your tower? That's ridiculous. Not to mention the fact that if you run this card, you either run Lumber Loon or a Golem deck. If I catch you running this card, bro, just know we about to run the fade, bro, because I'm not letting that slide. Next on this, we got the Evo Hunter. This card's pretty chill. He minds his business. He does his job well. For that reason, he is straight. Next up, we got Evo Executioner. Now, in some matchups, this card gets insane value, like way more than it should. But at the same time, it's just an Executioner. So for that reason, he's bye. Next on the list, we got the Witch! Now, as somebody who uses this card frequently, I can say without a doubt, if you use this card, you are very gay. This card has literally been nerfed for the past like 5 balance changes, and it's still used. This card's usage rate is still massive. Her healing ability is just way too overpowered. You can literally throw a fireball in her face, bro, and she'll just heal right back up and then go on to take your entire tower. This card is busted. Honestly, the whole concept of this Evo is kind of stupid, I feel like. It's not very creative. All it does is heal her up when her skeletons die. I don't think that's very cool. Supercell, this card is dumb. Next on the list, we got Evo Inferno Dragon. I'm not gonna lie, when this card first came out, I thought it was gonna be way more busted than it was, but I was pretty underwhelmed to see that it wasn't that broken. It hardly gets any value, and for that reason, it's very straight. The only thing it's really good at is taking out golem pushes, and that's great because golem players are gay! Next up, we got Evo Skeleton Barrel. Now, I don't know what those skeletons are doing in that barrel, getting freaky or something, bro. But this card is broken. If you run this card, you are gay. The death damage is way too high. It spawns way too many skeletons. And most of the time, you're either playing Hyperbait or that stupid clone deck with the giant skeleton where you just try to gimmick your way to a victory, bro. Like, bro, how are you gonna go giant skeleton, place an Evo Skeleton Barrel behind it, clone it, and then just hope for the win? Like, bro, that's just spray and pray at that point. If you use that deck, bro, you are very gay. But this card is just gay. It's not very gay. Next on the list, we got the Evo Furnace. Okay, chat, so this is an interesting one because on release, again, this card was absolutely busted. It was literally just the broken furnace, but it spawned like 1,000 more fire spirits. And if you didn't know, chat, fire spirits do almost the exact same amount of damage as a fireball. Fireball here, fireball there, fireball here, fireball there. Boom, 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 boom. It's so annoying. But Supercell started to tune it down. So a few months ago, this card would have been very gay, but now it's just gay. Next on the list, we got the Baby Dragon Evo. You only had to play the card one time to get to the Evo. Luckily, Supercell came in and nerfed it for us and made it 2 cycles. But still, last season, it was completely everywhere. Last season, it was very gay, but this season, they tuned it down. You're not seeing it as much. And for that reason, this card is gay. Second to last on the list, we have Evo Skarmy. Now, when I saw the teaser for this card, I thought it was going to be absolutely busted. But the thing that we all forgot is you have to play Skarmy twice to get to it. And Skarmy is absolutely horrible. And then finally, when you get to the Evo, it's not as crazy as you think. Yeah, it can get value sometimes. In the end, though, you're probably only going to be playing your Evo Skarmy once or twice the whole game. And it's pretty easy to counter. So for that reason, I think the Evo Skarmy is actually pretty straight. Last but not least, we have Royal Ghost Evo. Now, this card is getting released into the game in a few days. By the time you see this video, it might already be out. But based on the teasers that we've seen, this card looks broken. I don't have any doubt in my mind that this is going to be probably the very best Evo in the game once it's released. I don't think there's going to be anything else that comes close to it. It literally just spawns 2 more Royal Ghosts every time it hits. How is that balanced? Yes, they might only have 1 HP, but they go invisible and you can't attack them. So for that reason, if you're running a Royal Ghost Evo when it comes out, you are very gay! So that concludes our whole list of ranking Clash Royale Evos based on how gay they are. Let me know in the comments how gay your deck was. And if you guys want to see me rate all the Clash Royale cards, let me know in the comments. I'd love to do that. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch every single day. Tune in if you guys want to see some W gameplay. But yeah, thank y'all boys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!